In this video, I'll be showing you how to create an effect of being high on drugs. This was obviously inspired by Glorilla's High as Fuck music video. You can see throughout most of the scenes, the director was trying to emulate a high kind of effect. To start this off, we'll go to our effects and add a turbulent displace. We'll keep it at turbulent and then just reduce the amount a turn so that it's not too much. I leave it at around 16. About the size, just try to find something that doesn't distort the image too much. By default it's at 100. I leave it at around 80 or 90. And then keyframe the evolution, put that keyframe at the beginning, then have these cycle up to around 200, 300 depending on the length of your clip, and then put that to the side. We now have a little bit of distortion without that turbulent with the turbulent. It's very minimal. Then go to your effects once again, add lens distortion, reduce the curvature so that it's kind of zoomed in. So I leave it at around -20, and you are kind of seeing what we are creating. Go to your effects once again and add an echo, which will kind of cement this. Before I start tweaking this value, I'll temporarily disable the first two effects, change the number of echoes to something like 4, change the decay to something like 0.75 or 8. The echo time should just stay at around -0.0 something. Personally, I leave it at around 0.066, and then change the echo operator depending on your clip. I think mine should composite in front or back. Yeah, and now it goes on something like this. I'll re-enable the other two effects, and this is what we have so far. This is looking great. I would suggest adding RSMB on top of everything just to give us that motion blur. If you don't have RSMB, I will link down below where and how to get it. I'll change the blur amount to something like 2, and then finally go to my assets bin. I'll drag this clip for a cloud smoke that I found on YouTube. So this will definitely imply someone high on THC. Change the blending mode to screen, probably reduce the opacity a little bit, and with all the effects combined, this is what it looks like. This looks okay. I just think the blur amount on the RSMB is a bit too high, so I'll change it from 2 to 1, and also increase the decay for the echo to around 0.8. We can also add some assets to sell this effect more. I found this image of some pills on Google. It can also be an image for a lean cup like this one. I would typically add this on my timeline, duplicate it a couple of times, mask each drag, and then also add some position keyframes afterwards. For the sake of time, I've done this separately, and you can see I've keyed them out, added motion keyframes. You can also add a rotation keyframe on either of the pills. Plus, you can also duplicate the same pill twice so that it can appear more than once. Then put that in a nest, drag it into your clip. So I'll drag it in between my two clips over here. I'll copy just two effects from our earlier clip, which is the turbulent and the RSMB, paste them into this nest. We can slightly increase the amount for the turbulent displace and also increase the blur amount for the RSMB. Since these are objects moving on the screen, they will need more motion blur. You can finally add an adjustment layer on top of everything else. Go to your effects and add a glow. I'll use the universe glow for this. Increase the threshold up to around 90 and reduce the intensity to around 0.5 to 0.4, something just a little bit gentle, and I think we can get some good results from this. And this is our final look. If you did enjoy this one, make sure to watch this other one over here. See you guys on the next tutorial. Peace.